Welcome everyone to podcast.
Did you look at the number?
No, I didn't look at the number, but
217.
217.
217.
And this is like history in the making right now. Us boys have let a female come onto our podcast and join the ranks of greatness.
Okay, let's clarify for a second. It's actually not even supposed to be your podcast tonight.
No, it is my podcast. I said, boys, I got this. And then they said, you know what? Let's bring Katie on to make sure the show is okay. I was like, perfect.
Probably a good idea.
I was thinking when I was driving home today, it almost makes sense. You know why?
I would love for you to fill me in on that.
Because you and I are probably the people that sell 5P Universe just with our personalities the best. And we finally get to collide together. And we got to make this the best thing ever. So
we are the personalities of 5P Universe.
Absolutely. I just it just absolutely makes sense. And you know what? I have a feeling those other guys are going to be looking for other gigs after today. I just have a feeling. That's all.
So if you were expecting to see the Frames of Shame show today, it obviously is not happening. No. They had some prior commitments and things come up last minute and just a busy time. So they have asked to not be here tonight. And Tim and I went, you know what?
Let's just do it. It'd be great to have talk about Heritage coming up. I know they have some great things on the go here for everybody. Yeah. Let's be honest with you. Frames of Shame just weren't organized. I'll go and tell them that. Like, they're not organized. But we are. We're organized.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a little bit of a change for me coming from the Ladies Podcast because the Ladies Podcast is organized to the minute. Like, we have a schedule. We have questions lined up. We know who's coming on. We know what's going on. I showed up on in the back room and I was like, oh, we got guests. That's a good thing. Tim didn't tell me anything. So, we're organized, though, according to Tim. So that's good.
Honestly, it just runs itself sometimes, right?
It just runs itself.
But
my favorite words.
Let's maybe talk a little bit about this past week. YBC Nationals were held at Bonnie Doon. Definitely some great bowling there. We had a couple 400s in there, a couple high scores. Callie Deering shot over, 380? She shot 380.
Yeah, 386 or something like that. And then she backed it with like a 240.
And then we had a junior girl or junior boy shoot 390. There was Trey Reds just shot 400 max. Gibson shot 400. Another gentleman from BC shot another 400. Awesome.
In the step ladder today, the junior girls step ladder, they were playing off for, I believe, a silver medal. Don't quote me on that, but had 8 in a row and threw like another high 380 roughly. In like a pressure situation for a junior girl, like that's huge to be able to turn it on when you need to.
Yeah. I mean, it was some really great bowling. Obviously I don't have all the results. I think they're doing the awards as we speak right now, or maybe just finishing up. But I will say for us, for sure, Park, we're super proud of our kids. We had our junior girls come in bronze. Our senior girls just missed out and Braxton and Caleb won gold. So super happy for him. Brock had to shoot a chop on his last ball to win. He shot a bomb. So those are kind of moments you win. And Weber had a few tears in his eye, if you can believe it. He had a few tears.
Weber was also the first to throw him under the bus to say that in the 10th frame, he started with a 2-pin and then really had to take a second to regroup, threw an excellent shot for the spare, and then needed the chop on the last ball. And right out of his hand, apparently, it was just money. Yeah. So,
proud parents for sure. So, a lot of great bowling. So, congratulations to everybody that.
Yeah, and the bowling alley was packed.
It was a lot.
There were so many people there.
So, I haven't been to YBC Nationals in some time. A couple of things that I took note of. It was actually quieter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Only because last time I was around was when there was 5-player teams or 4-player teams, and there was no chanting. There was absolutely nothing like that. So
it's
that was
just a 2-player team because then you're chanting by yourself.
And the other thing was I couldn't believe was it just it was already packed in there, and I couldn't imagine having 3 or 2 more players on that team with your parents. It just would not have worked, right? So.
No, I think that's probably why when we were going through the program, they would have, when you and I both went the same year, we weren't even playing in the same center. It was the senior boys were at one place, the senior girls were at another place.
Right. Yeah. And now
Yeah.
it just kind of split it up, right? So
But definitely cool that everybody could be at Bonnie Doon, all of the singles, all of the doubles teams.
yeah,
It was
it was well run by everybody, and
yeah,
both
it was
Canada did a great
crazy.
job.
Really good.
Um,
Yeah.
But maybe we should bring on the stars of the show here tonight. Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
bring them on? Yeah, let's bring them on. All right.
Are
We
you
have to
going
do
to
a
bring
little
them on?
flashy thing? Do we have to do a little flashy thing?
Yeah, I'll put the commercial on. I'll put the
Okay, I'm
commercial
right.
on.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
put the commercial. I'll do it. Yeah. Okay.
I had my like finger ready to just like make
Look.
sure that you guys got in time.
Look who it is, guys. It's Mitch and Cindy. How's it going? I didn't know you guys were coming on. This is a great surprise, guys. Thanks to have you on.
All right.
What an idiot. For anybody who doesn't know, obviously it makes sense to have you two on, two big parts of the committee hosting the Heritage Traditional in Red Deer this coming weekend. Are you
Yes.
ready?
I think
As
so.
ready as we usually are.
Ready
Yeah.
to do that?
I feel like
Yeah.
you guys are a well-oiled machine at this point.
It's funny when you say part of the committee. We are the only.
You are the committee. Yeah, that's valid. Sorry.
I mean, and Shelby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you guys are definitely everything that runs that event. So happy to have you guys on. I know you guys have always have some good things that you guys are doing. So maybe Mitch is supposed to be talking today, apparently. I think that's what he's doing. So if anybody who knows Mitch from 5PL, he's pretty shy. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll get him on there.
And it's
But
his
maybe
first ever podcast.
first ever podcast.
That's
Yeah.
a mistake. All right. Yeah.
So maybe actually let's start forward. Cindy, I hear you have a new title sponsor this year.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're calling them the title sponsor, but
We have a new
a
sponsor.
new big sponsor.
Big sponsor. Nice.
Big sponsor, Wrestle Metals, where I work.
Amazing.
So they were very nice and threw us a check.
Always
So
a good
we're
thing.
very thankful for that. They have no idea what's going on about both. Like I kind of explained it to them. They're like, sure, whatever. What do you need? So yeah, they've been super great about it, and especially all the time off that I've needed this last little bit. So
Yeah.
They're very supportive of their employees and their endeavors. So it's been a wonderful partnership that you guys got going on there.
yeah.
Cindy's really happy there. I get to hear about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Russell Metals is their big sponsor this year for the main event, correct?
Yep.
So maybe let's I know that we're gonna do maybe the draw for the doubles in a little bit, maybe at the end of this.
Yep.
So Mitch, maybe let's touch base on your event itself. Maybe let's talk about a little bit about your entries that you have across, and if people can still sign up, or how's that all working out for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, we can still sign up. You can, get ahead, pick your two shifts, your priority shift and your secondary shift. Although I think at this point you can basically get whatever you want, right? We can show up on site if you need to. Sign up for some additional shifts if you're hanging around. You want to throw one. Let's be honest. Somebody's gonna five game it or 5 shift it. It's all right.
Who's
So
it going to be this year?
I don't know if it's gonna be 5. I could see 4. So the times are all basically the same, right? There's tomorrow, I guess. Wow. Starting at 11 a.m. with the first shift, with the doubles at 6 p.m. That's a Shelby question. I have no influence on the food being served at the events.
I say, Ryan, I say you just request it and see if they can make it for you. They have a pretty good chef back there, or chefs.
Yeah. Yeah. As we all know, the food at Heritage is amazing, right?
Top notch, yeah.
Yeah. We got the smoothies again this year. I know Cindy and
nice.
Shelby bought everything for that. I didn't have any part of that.
Those always go too. Like those. What did you forget?
The yogurt.
Well,
So we almost didn't have smoothies at Heritage this year.
I think I said something. Otherwise, we'd be running out tomorrow morning. Yeah, the high rollers are starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And then 8:30 shift 2 on Friday, 1:30 shift 3, Baker's at 7:30. We all know that's going to be like, and then Saturday 8:30 and 2:30 for shift 4 and 5. And the consolation is always pushing it till past midnight, starting at 10 p.m. So that's
No, we're
always
not
fun.
pushing it. We're doing it fast.
We're gonna
Ahead of
try.
schedule.
We were pretty good last year, I thought. So
We've been on schedule 2 years in a row. So
That's pretty good.
I'm still learning, so that's one thing I take away from this event is schedule and time. I hear it from Cindy all the time. Yeah. But go ahead.
I was gonna say that's probably the one thing. I don't know what it is about Cindy and I, but we jive so well on this specific like bullet point scheduling and time. We are like anal about it in the best way.
I think Tim's a little bit outnumbered when it comes to scheduling and time on this podcast because I feel like I lean definitely more towards the Cindy and Mitch side that things don't always just run themselves.
That's
You
why.
need to schedule.
So
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And obviously championship on Sunday, top 32.
starting at 8:30.
Right.
For the-
And then
You need to know.
this is the one of the unique ones. I believe it's the only one that has a consolation that goes into the championship. So even though you don't qualify, maybe in the top 31, you have a chance with the consolation still. So in the bracketed singles format. So there is a second life for everybody out there. And I
we are
know
sticking to what we did last year. It is $20 to participate in the consolation, and then there will be payouts for the consolation.
Amazing. And it's the next, so 32 to 63.
63.
Okay.
And again, like be a little bit respectful to committee. If you're unable to make a shift, let them know. If you are unable or not wanting to, that happens for the consolation, let them know.
Yes.
Nothing worse than trying to find people. Obviously, if you don't show up for the consolation, they're not going to take the 64th bowler. They're going to just keep it as is. It'll be a first round buy for the person, right?
Yeah.
But they try to make these payments and payouts according to a full roster. So make sure you guys are doing your due diligence on that. Okay. And I know with maybe Baker's, there's some spots still open in Baker's, correct?
We have 6 spots.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So
that
let's
one's
try
always
to.
a fun event. So if you are down in Red Deer early, like the Friday night, and you're just going to be hanging out at the bowling alley anyway, watching, why not put a team in?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
normally do that 3 out of the 4 players have to participate in the main event because there used to always be a wait list.
Right.
As we've seen from other tour stops over the years, the Bakers is starting to get less and less, and I get it because they start so late and you have to bowl the next morning, yada yada. We just want to get those spots filled up so that the payouts can stay the same. So if you are just 4 bowlers and you want to come on down, we're going to fill the spots up.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
totally makes sense. Yeah.
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 You're just there to watch. You're not participating, and you just want to throw some balls and have a good time. Because that's basically what the Bakers is.
100%. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've done it
Yeah.
once. I'm lame. I don't stay up late. So
Yeah.
We'll do our usual pizza night on the Friday night for the
Yeah.
Bakers as well.
Yeah. So maybe that's something. They can't have pizza if they don't play Baker's. Yeah.
Well, that's usually how it is.
yeah. Yeah. Bowlers get pizza.
Yeah.
You put your $5 in and you get a slice of pizza. They're big slices too, I think. So yeah. So make sure please make sure you guys go ahead and sign up for that. Let's maybe talk about your pick'em pool.
All right. Yeah. So this year we've just
Pick'ems.
yes. Yeah, Katie, get your picks in. Come on now.
I have some. I'm like ready. I
Okay.
just, making sure.
So the pick'ems are super easy, right? You can go to the website, go to About Pick'ems Pool, and literally just name, email, and choose your 10 players you want to have on your team, right? Your picks, basically. So, and ultimately, you'll get points based on whether they, how they perform at the event, right? So if they, if they qualify, you're going to get points. If they make it deeper into the championship round, etc., they're going to get more points, and whoever has the most points at the end is will get $1,000 first place prize, right? So
Yeah. It's kind of like when you pick a master's pool or something like for golf a lot of times, right? You just pick your top 10 and then they just go based on their money earnings of the weekend, and whoever has the biggest pool wins.
Yeah.
Are you paying out more than just the top one, or is it just the $1,000 to one and then that's
it's
It
going to be
depends
based
on what entries come in.
based on entries, right?
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of people mention how were the top or those 50 picked.
I was
Katie
one of them.
Yeah,
It
Katie
was,
was one of them.
it was actually pretty fair. Once they break it down to you, I think it's a fair way of doing it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mitch,
I just looked at it and I went, how did I make this list? But
what-
So-
what is the
had to
criteria?
have it explained to me, but
Yeah,
Totally
so we started
Yeah.
with previous winners, obviously if they're attending, if they had already signed up for a shift. So so previous winners of the Heritage Traditional. And then we had the top 4 as well for last year. We had the current top 12 WCBT tour place
wins.
people, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
people based on points. And then we had the top 8 of the Diamonds Ladies Classic last year. Katie, that's how you got it.
That's how I made it. That's my in.
Yeah. I think that's it, right? And then we did everything
That
else
brought
was
That brought us
Yep.
to 25, and then we just put all the names in and just did random.org.
and so the last 25 were whoever got
Random.
picked. Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing we've got
Don't say
This
anything.
is
yeah, that's why you're sorry.
Don't
That's why
call
you're
anybody
not
out.
seeing Tim Wiseman on the list, okay?
there's some really good names still on there that obviously didn't qualify for your criteria that are very good to have on there. So,
Yep.
and then it's only $50, right?
$20 an entry.
20.
Oh, I thought it was 50 for some reason.
Don't
No,
worry.
no.
Did you do any research before you decided
You know
to
what?
host this podcast
You
today?
know, I did. I share everything that's been posted.
You
Mhm.
have.
Yeah. So
Whether
I
you
thought
read
it
it
was-
or not, I think
No,
you
I
just-
thought I saw 50 on it. I was like, oh, that's. I mean, people like to gamble, so.
Maybe it
So,
was
yeah.
of the top 50 or like of those 50 players. Maybe that's where you're getting the 50
There
from.
was a 50 in there somewhere. Yeah.
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 We can make it work for Tim. We'll figure it out.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not
Yeah.
sure he
Yeah.
deserves it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
well
complaining
this
that-
year, and you can be there on there next year.
I really like the idea of the pick 'em pool. I think, we have seen, especially with the Alberta events, the disappearance of some of our Saturday night activities, and I think this just gives people a good chance to kind of just make some guesses. What do you think is going to happen? I think it's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, and we'll be, I'll be keeping people up to date, right, as the tournament goes through. It's not just going to be like a surprise, this person won. You can actually have standings as we go through, right? Who's got what?
A little bit of like a leaderboard going on.
Yeah. Obviously, we can't.
Are you going to post their names beside it, or you can just put down? You should just put down A, B, 1 to whatever, and then you can make them guess.
Oh,
Because you know how bowlers are, they're dickheads, and they're going to be like, "That's mine. No, that's mine. No, that's mine." And then at the end, it'll be none of those people that win, right? So,
You do have until the first ball is thrown on Thursday, and then it will not be an option on the website anymore. We'll take it down.
So that's
Yep.
tomorrow morning.
Yep.
yeah,
I have to put my pick 'em
because you got
back
to
in.
get it in before people bowl, right?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to do
We
it
didn't
tonight.
read our posts either. Then
In my defense, the weeks have kind of just like all mashed together, and
Oh,
in my head, I'm not leaving for Red Deer in 2 days. Like in my head, it's still a week away, but it's not. It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
On
been
it.
shared on the WCBT page, on Heritage Traditional, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're wondering where to go, check those out, or just go to the Heritage Traditional website, and that's just at the top about Pick'em's Pool.
that'd be great, OC, because I'm bowling that shit. Well, I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna try.
you both are going to play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Not on the same team.
Why that face?
No, I mean, like, I'm worried about your butt.
Mitch's butt? Why are you so concerned about Mitch's butt?
What's wrong with
Cindy's
Mitch's butt?
18
My lack of an ass? Yeah, okay.
Yes, we all know I have a broken tailbone, but
You pulled like 5 games at the coaching, and you were on fire, honestly. So
I was. So
Yeah. Side note, congratulations to 2 of Alberta's newest level 2 coaches.
yeah.
Yes.
Watch out.
It's exciting.
Oh my God, I was watching the Nationals, the kids at work today, and I'm
Mhm.
watching and I'm like, why are you not even in your shot? Like your stance? Like what are you doing? I learned something from Ernie.
yeah,
Okay.
that was legitimately a good course. Like if
It
you have your
was
level
so
1,
good.
I probably learned things I can take away from it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe I know it's we're kind of diverting here, but explain how good of a facilitator Ernie is.
Amazing. I literally went into it going, this is gonna be so boring. It's gonna be the longest 3 days of my life. Ernie's gonna be like, rah, 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 just going through like just like by the book, right? And it was not anything like that. He let us talk things out, and we didn't follow like a schedule. It was amazing. He was so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we actually, because we brought a lot of like real world examples into play into some of the scenarios. Like when you have like Stacy and Michaela there, us two there. There's a lot of crap that's happened around us that we can talk about, right? So
And
it
for
was
those
good.
people that only ever see Ernie and like judge a play or coach Ernie, and you
Mhm.
get him outside of that, he's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I was going in with, thinking that's the Ernie I know, and I thought, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But no, he was.
He's so
Amazing.
funny.
Yeah.
I love just like sitting and shooting the shit with him.
Yeah, because I was coming up from Red Deer every day, so I'd show up like an hour early, and of course he was there pretty early too. And we were just joking around the whole time, waiting for people to show up.
Please keep in mind he's almost over 1,000 people he's almost taught, right? So
Yeah, he was
incredible.
awesome.
Yeah, he mentioned this. He had done 7. This was like number 70 or something. Like
He's
the
been at
70th
it for
course
a
he's run,
long time.
and that was just level 2. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Anyway, so let's maybe divert back a little bit, but that was definitely great for everybody that does it. I always feel like Ryan's on here. I feel Alberta does it right out here. So pretty biased, but I think we do it the right way. So that's for you from Kyle Wong.
I just can't walk backwards when I throw a strike. That's the
You know,
problem.
it happens, Cindy. It happens to the best of us. I have
It
been
happened.
there,
It
done
actually happened
that.
to Katie in her rookie season too.
No, but the sad thing is, I mean, obviously I lived it because I did it. And the whole process, I had myself this high in the air. Like I felt like I was flying high.
No.
And then my coach finds the video and shares it. And I was so unimpressed. I was like, did my
Yeah.
feet even leave the ground?
No. Yeah. It always
All this
feels
cushion
that way in the
right
moment. You're like, that was so dramatic. No.
Yeah.
No,
and with
you
all this
just-
cushion, I had to find the bone in the middle. Like, come on.
Of course.
Everybody knew her as the girl that fell, right?
I am known as the girl from Alberta that broke her bum. And the worst part was we're playing Greg DeGrazia's team, and I'm on the ground, and I look over, and Greg's like, because he looks at Tim, and Tim's like, get up, just get up. Oh.
Oh, so supportive over there, Timmy.
He goes, I see your hair, and then I didn't see it anymore.
Yeah.
I definitely went and watched the video.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I also went and watched the video.
Super unimpressive. Super unimpressive.
I will say I had a lovely talk with Kyle's wife Natalie this week, and Kyle hurt his little knee, and he's nursing something too. So he's making fun of you, but poor Kyle's injured too. So
We're coffee buddies. It's okay.
Yeah. That's why he's not coming to Red Deer. He heard it has a little boo boo. So
Okay, but I'm playing with my boo-boo, so what's his excuse? And not only do I have a broken tailbone, I pulled my quad at provincials the week before. So
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know he's going back there. He's going to text me, but hey, sorry, Kyle, I got the deets. Mitch, why don't you make that post there, eh? Perfect.
Yep, I just threw it up there. So if you're in the chat there, yeah, just click that and you can fill out the pick'ems pool. Yeah.
Me too.
I'm trying to divert from Cindy's butt breaking. So
Yeah, we gotta right this ship again. We gotta steer it back on track. Tim, you were supposed to be keeping this
But the pick
the pick'em
$20
pools.
yeah.
$1,000 guaranteed prize.
Look, the odds are there, guys. If you don't pick poor picks, right? You're it's gonna be a legitimate chance.
Oh, things have gone off the rails.
Barber, yeah, I am not staying in a hotel, and if you show up to Cindy's place, I'm sure she's not going to be happy. So,
I can just send them to you, Barber. It's fine.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Barber, I can't wait to give you a little big hug here, buddy. But let's just move on here. So, pick 'em pool. You can go on Heritage Lanes and get all that done there. Cindy, that's maybe the star of the show right now. You want to do the doubles draw?
That's what I've been waiting for.
Okay. Oh, I have to adjust my bum.
So before we get into picking the lane draw and the matchups for this, how many teams did we end up getting to for doubles? Let's start with that.
So we ended up getting 14.
Okay.
So normally it's 16, and we would do 2 brackets of 8.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously 2 brackets of 7. Everything else is going to stay the same. Obviously, we're going to have to throw a bye in there. So
For sure.
we've got that in there.
And then after the first round, so they do round robin. Hi, Timmy.
Why is this
Oh.
happening?
How do you
I
get her
thought I
over?
was the star of the
Save
show.
me! Oh God, I'll do it myself.
There we go.
After they do the first round of the event, then it goes in top 2 from each bracket.
Top 3.
Top three. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got, because everybody knows me and my OCD, we have the 2 colors, yellow
Okay.
and green this year. So we've got the 2 brackets. This year's names are Rolling Riches versus the Jackpot Sliders. So the first name,
So what's the difference between yellow and green?
nothing. I
Colors.
just don't like one color.
Are you colorblind? You can't see the difference?
What do you
Well, I
mean?
just
What's the
didn't know-
difference?
Well, what's the difference between yellow and green?
One's yellow and one's green.
Are they
So they just-
are they split for a reason?
No, I just wrote everybody's name down and
Okay.
cut them.
Okay.
You want to see them first?
Oh,
I mean,
are you gonna put them in together?
how boring is it to have one color?
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna mute him. All
Do
right.
they go?
maybe-
Do they all get picked out of the same bowl, or do you already have them split into 2 groups?
Well, I can put them in the same bowl if you want, but I like to go yellow, green, or green, yellow. But we can just
Mix
put them
it.
all in the same bowl and pull.
Oh, I'm good either. I'm good with anything. I just was wondering what you guys
If
were.
go green, yellow, green. That looks bad.
The board's not going to look nice. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Now you guys have me second guessing.
No, you're fine. There's
You're
no second
fine.
guessing from me.
Okay.
I'm tempted just
I
to
feel like
mute.
I'm talking to myself because I only see me.
That's
We could
perfect.
have. Why didn't you, Tim? Why didn't you do it this way?
Like I can do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Katie's a master.
Oh, maybe I'm not.
You have to still set it to Cindy. Oh no,
But with
no,
Cindy.
not like that.
Oh,
Not
I mean,
like
I
that.
can hold it.
that's what I
close
want to
and
do, but with
have it.
Cindy as the one.
How do you do it?
Just
Mm,
get Tim gone.
no. There
No,
you go.
we did it at the same time. I undid your change.
Got it. We
Okay, go
figured
for it.
out.
Okay, so green, yellow, different
Okay.
bowls. It's
And I'm
they're
putting these
both
in
bowls.
live
They're
on the
different
sheet.
colors. Okay, so yellow. The first one for the Rolling Riches, who's going to be playing on lane 3, is Michael and Zach.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Jackpot Sliders and pick one there. Oh my god.
Michael Pishotti and Zach Nielsen.
Yeah. Oh, the first one's a bye.
Oh,
So the buy is out of play.
That's so exciting. Okay, so the buy is going to be on lane 11. Okay. Bowling on lane 4 for the Rolling Riches versus Michael and Zach will be Shelby Crest and Gary Baird.
Sounds like a good team to me.
They always play together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been playing together since like '94 when I have photos of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the jackpot sliders on lane 12 is going to be Dwayne Gilardi and Tim Wiseman.
Do we get a bye?
I guess so.
First match win. Give me the dub.
Thank God this is live so you can all see.
Give me the dub. Give
Give
me
you the dub.
All right.
You know you still have to play the rest of your bracket, right? Like,
Right. Everybody's going to get a bye.
Everybody gets a bye.
So
So
when you're on your bye, we will have 1 and 2 and 19 and 20 as your warm-up lanes so you can bowl there. Okay. Rolling Riches, lane 5.
Will Thompson.
Derek Orn and Bradley Titgat.
Ooh.
who came up with these team names? Like the Rolling Riches.
I did.
yeah, so watch what you say.
No, I like it. I like that they have names for the divisions.
Okay, so lane 13 for the jackpot sliders is Sasha and Riley Latendre.
Oh. See,
Rolling
they don't start with a
Riches-
W.
Shut up. Rolling Riches. Lane 6 playing Derek Orn and Bradley Titgat is OC and Justin.
Okay.
For the jackpot sliders, bowling on lane 14 versus the Latondra brothers will be Bailey Lawson and Rob Wolfson.
Oh, Bailey.
Oh,
Your
Bailey.
little whipping boy.
Oh.
Bailey was at YBC Nationals this week. He was watching lots of the youth players.
And he was
Nice.
quiet. It was really nice.
Did you say he was quiet?
Yeah, I didn't say a single word.
Wow.
If only you didn't.
Right? Okay, Rolling Riches, lane 7. It's a bye.
Oh, interesting.
Jackpot sliders, lane 15 is Dexter Wiseman and Greg DeGrazia.
Interesting.
What's interesting about that? You
No,
haven't even pulled who they're playing yet.
Rolling Riches in lane 8, who will be on the bye. Oh my God, this stuck. Is Alan Hurst and Curtis Dunas.
That means you
Good.
can have beers with Alan and Curtis.
I'm driving Curtis, so I don't have to throw him on my car, so that's a bonus.
Perfect.
Playing Dexter and Greg on the jackpot sliders is Tim Phillips and Liam Landers.
Oh, interesting.
They were
my-
a last minute entry, right? They were one of
And
your last ones.
I will say both can definitely play. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
Liam made the top 32 last year. He whipped my ass, and Tim can play.
He
too.
beat you?
Yep.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, he definitely beat me. I
Okay.
showed up.
Rolling Riches on lane 9. Colton Uswa and Len Anseth. They also have played together in this tournament before.
Mhm.
I thought. Remember when Lenny said he was retired?
I feel like Len's just the Saskatchewan Weber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackpot
we like
sliders,
them.
lane 17. Will Thompson and his brother Alex Thompson.
Ooh.
Will was also at YBC Nationals supporting his brother.
And there's only one left in each of the ones. So Rolling Riches playing Colton Uswa and Len Anseth is Christine and Tyler.
That means we have Cello and Anderson left.
Hey,
You ruined the surprise, Mitch.
Oh,
Sorry.
on lane 18 for the jackpot.
Drum roll, please.
Alex Thompson is Cello and Parker Anderson.
What?
Jeez, Mitch.
Wow.
That was absolutely ridiculous, Mitch. I can't even believe you.
Got you.
That's pretty close. Yep.
Yeah, should be good.
I'll take a picture and post it on the website too.
Amazing.
So what we wanted to do is still pay out the top 6. So obviously the prize money is $1,000 less. So first place will get $2,175. Second will get $1,600. Third will get $1,175. Fourth will get $900. Fifth will get $650, and then sixth will get the $500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are we gonna make our picks of who's gonna win doubles?
I'm gonna go for the buy.
No, that's not fair.
On
That's
Tim's
not
side,
fair.
right?
You have two choices. That's not fair. You can only pick one.
I'm gonna go for the Rolling Riches buy.
The Rolling Riches buy.
No,
I have 2 that I want to pick, but I don't know which one to pick.
Well, I mean, I feel like who I should be picking.
If it's Tim, that's not who you should be picking.
Okay, I'm gonna go Colton and Len.
Fuck. I mean, damn.
Oh, this is the
Spicy,
old family
sorry.
show.
Yeah, it's not 5PL. That was also my choice.
Tim, who's your choice?
Other than myself and Dwayne.
Yeah, like you can't
Yeah.
pick yourself. That's boring.
Well, no, I mean we definitely have. We're not on the pick'em, so we have to prove them that wrong. We had to make it worth our while.
I'm sure both of you are not on the pick'em. That's true.
Oh yeah, Grace.
Yeah.
Or-
I probably honestly Greg and Dex would be probably a good fit.
See it. I can see it.
yeah.
I'm like still between 2, either Christine and Tyler,
Do you want me to put them on a green and yellow piece of paper and pick one?
or Dark Horse, Cello and Parker.
I don't
Parker
think
coming
they're
off a perfect game at Bonnie Doon. Cello coming off a great showing at the Open. I think
Yeah.
they could vibe.
I think so.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with any of the teams. There's just a
No.
bunch of good players, right? So
Yeah.
And I'll
there's-
actually get to watch it this year because I can't play ball, so I'll be there.
Yeah, because usually you go to ball on Thursdays.
Yeah, I'll be there portioning fruit.
I will not be there, but I will be following along with the stats. Are stats going to be posted on the Heritage Traditional page along the night?
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing.
I got you,
Can
Katie.
can we go back to the normal screen?
Yeah,
This
you
is
don't want to
better.
just hang out.
I was like, oh
You don't want it to just be you the whole time?
no.
Oh,
No.
okay. Fair. Yeah, we could take you off there. Yeah, so if anybody is looking for stats along the way, not just for the Thursday night high rollers, but also for the main event and qualifying shifts, heritagetraditional.com, I believe, is the website, and all the results are there. I'm not sure if you'll be sharing to the Facebook page as well, but
Yeah, we have both laptops set up so that everything just boop, 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 everywhere.
amazing.
I'm sure Pat will be sharing with our central staff and
Yeah.
You guys are one of our least worries on tour when it comes to that, especially when you have Mitchie Poo in the back there. So, who's doing your
That's right.
stats on Thursday? Lana?
Lana.
And if you're
There's
worried about it, she did it last year
We
too.
do it as we were bowling, and then we're like, there's not like a lot of entries for the Thursday usually, right? So, and Lana's working Thursday, so
and she's
She'll
really
be
good.
there. Oh, she's great. She did it last year. She's amazing. She's a huge help.
Yeah.
We unfortunately only have her for the Thursday though. She's not working, so
What? That's
I know.
unacceptable.
I
I'll
know,
text her.
that's what I said. I know. We are doing things different this year. When you come in and to enter, you know how I'd always be sitting at the door.
Mhm.
It was just, it's so congested, and then you panic because you're trying to get everybody in. So we're going to go back into the lounge.
Nice.
The side pots will still be out front though.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll be back in the lounge and I'll do everything there.
For pots, you guys are still doing the high or the perfect game pot.
Perfect game pot, doubles, singles, and the 225 pot. And everything
I
is
love
20
the
bucks.
225.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
in
a
the
good
first
220.
game, and then there's no pressure. There's always much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do
No,
we
that's
know
awesome.
what the perfect game pot is at?
Yes, I believe that was sent. Oh no, that was the face or the open one that was sent the other day. I'm like, I saw this just the other day, but I saw
I
it in the
will
open,
find out
not
for you
for-
guys.
We will get that information, but it's got to be getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because when was the last one that was won? TPC Michaela?
No.
No. Didn't
Regina. McCaw? No.
Greg
Was it-
Greg had one at Autumn Open, but it wasn't for the
That was through the doubles.
doubles, right? So maybe it was Taylor. Oh,
Ryan.
There's
Ryan.
thanks, Dex.
Oh, look, he's so busy.
I was gonna say, why isn't he in here?
In his defense, this was not your scheduled night. If we're gonna blame anybody for being busy, we can blame the Frames of Shame guys who were at the bowling alley long enough for
Yeah,
us to give them a
yeah,
hard
yeah.
time. And only
We-
one of them had class tonight that wasn't going to be able to make it, but yet here we are.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys taking the time so that we have the opportunity to come on and talk about it.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. Throughout the weekend, you have, oh my gosh, it went literally in my brain and then poof, gone. Yes, Dexter, we
Yes,
did.
Dexter, you are a jackpot slider, and you will be starting on lane 15, and you will be playing Tim Phillips and Liam Landers. Anything else?
Any other questions, Dexter?
And we'll post the picture for the entire brackets later.
We will. And then this will be up at the lanes too for when you show up.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be good. What else is there? There's absolutely no outside food in. No drink. You can bring in a bottle of water. You can bring in your coffee, but nothing. Not your booster juice, not your snacks, not your McDonald's, not your Tim Hortons breakfast sandwich. Nothing.
Yeah. And if anybody, I mean, most of us have all been to Heritage Lanes. The food there is probably one of the best bowling alley food kitchens I've ever had.
The breakfast options are so good.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything I have ever ordered has been delicious. It's always super fresh, super quick. Like, you really don't need to be bringing in anything else. They have you covered, and there's options that are good for you. There's options that just hit that I want to eat greasy bowling alley food spot. Like, you're covered. You don't need to bring in your other stuff.
And
The wings
let's
festival is only on Thursday and Sunday because it runs from Sunday to Thursday. So if you're there on Sunday, it'll be on, or if you're there on Thursday, it'll be on. So
the wings.
yeah, it's minimum 10 an
Yes.
order, 69 cents a wing, and
Yes.
there's a zillion different flavor options.
Was
Also-
that a
Go ahead, Katie.
That was the thing last year. It just was Sunday to Thursday. So if you're there Friday, Saturday, you wouldn't
Yeah.
see it.
no? But I was wondering if that price point was like a strategically decided upon price point.
Well, it was Shelby, so I don't
So
know.
potentially, yes.
Yeah.
And we did just finish baking cookies today, so that is all ready to go too.
Ooh. Hey, is
What
Mark
kinds?
Miller allowed to have any?
He's not coming.
So problem solved.
So I guess not.
Yeah.
You have to be there to get some.
Will they
If-
have juice?
If by juice he means the really fresh.
yeah,
iced
it's
tea?
called Coors Light.
No. The tea on tap.
Oh,
It's
I
fresh.
don't actually know. Yeah.
Oh, the Twisted Tea. The Twisted
Greg
Tea.
knows. Greg knows. It's like no,
well,
the something
OT,
monk,
You were just there
Troubled
The
Monk.
troubled monk tea.
yesterday.
the troubled monk tea on tap.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure. Well, they did the last time I had.
Okay, I didn't bring that comment up. Tim.
How do you know it was Tim?
It was Mitch, 100% Mitch.
Uh-huh.
Mitch is dirtier than the rest of us.
See, if it were me, I wouldn't charge 69 cents. I would charge 71 cents. Mitch knows.
Why don't you explain your?
I
why don't you
got you,
explain it?
Cindy. Do you want to draw a picture on the back of the high rollers?
Do you know why 71 is better than 69?
Oh no, I don't know. This isn't a ladies podcast topic. I don't know.
69 and 2 fingers.
Oof. Oof.
All right.
On that note, Mitch, being the numbers guy,
Yeah.
do you have a projected cut? You feeling
Oh,
like
God.
you want to call it out here?
What was
Okay.
last year's?
Yeah,
I
what was
brought up
last year's?
year's.
Perfect.
So 31 was 2148.
21.48.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was higher.
That was Liam. Yeah, 2148.
So what's the scoring been like there? Let's talk about that. Cindy, you are different. So when it comes to that, so let's Mitch, what's the score?
And like, are they going to be oiling Wednesday? Like, are they oiling tonight? Are they oiling?
I was going to ask that. I forgot to ask because I need to know this.
So
Crucial information.
Cindy, I hope the approaches are good. Because just kidding.
The approaches should be pretty good.
Him just stirring the pot all the
No,
time.
it's because of her IP. The gentleman that takes care of the maintenance is fantastic out there. He takes a lot of pride in it. He'll clean them every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about heavy approaches here. If anything, they will be slick.
I have always loved the slide at Heritage. It's like super consistent. It's not like super heavy. It's always been so fun to play on because you don't have to worry about those unknown variables. It could just you can just play and it's so nice.
It'll probably be a little slick for the first game, and then you're basically good to go. So
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, Richie.
I don't know.
You know
this person, but I like them.
Richie decided for his open mixed team to make nationals, and he already booked a golf trip with the boys. So he's not coming to Regina with us. So, Richie.
He made nationals.
He made nationals, but then is not coming to nationals?
Yes, he was coaching, and he already told the team if we make nationals, I can't go. So Tim Gadd is instead going.
That's a very northern Manitoba thing to do.
Yeah. And you know what? Leave Richie alone. He was really well behaved in Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the airport pickup. But he was a very good person in Calgary.
Oh,
So
I was waiting for you to say he was a very good boy.
he's a very good boy. What a good boy.
Okay, back to the cut. Back to the cut.
What's your answer about the lane conditions about pinfall?
yeah, so pinfall. I mean, I've also sucked this year, so I have a bit of a uneducated bit of information here. I think the corner pins are a little tight, but that's about it. So maybe not expect a strike on every shot.
Fair.
Otherwise,
Typical-
they're moving around.
typical corners.
Mhm.
I have noticed the last, like when we were just finishing the end of the season, that there was a lot more splits than we normally have.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
It
I
might be a
think you're-
little bit more grindy.
maybe, yeah.
Could be.
I mean, honestly, I think we've also had some decent games thrown as well. So throughout the year, so it's definitely possible.
It'll be very fair. It'll be very fair.
Yeah. So when we think of cut, last year you said was 21.48.
48. I'm thinking Dex had piped in with a 21.10. I think it's
Dex
going to be
said
higher than
21.10.
that. Yeah, so I'm thinking like 21.35.
I'm gonna go 21.11. Price is right.
Price is right.
Rochester. $1.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna go 21.70.
Holy shit.
Wow.
You guys are not giving me anything here.
What were you hoping for?
What do you
Well, I
want?
was like, if you're all clustered together, that would be great. So 2110, 2111, 2135. Cut was 2148 last year.
And
Just say
21
2148.
No, I think 2136.
Oh, you something. Yep. You prices righted me. I see.
I think the scoring is always going to be pretty close to what it normally is, right? And the quality of talent's there, so I think it'd be pretty close to that.
Now, kind of weird because usually, like when you get to that level, like the scores are pretty close, but the 30th qualifier was a full 14 points ahead of 31, so there was quite the gap there. So 2162 was 30th, and then 2148 was 31.
Yeah.
So, but
I hate OC. OC wanted to come on tonight. I said no. Actually, never replied.
I told him that if he was done dinner in time with Pat, he should just come.
More than welcome to join us.
yeah,
Oh,
mistakes were made.
it's probably better.
Him just
Pat-
thinking he runs the show over here.
Pat flipped me off. So I mean, I
Who did?
replied back. Pat did. It's
Okay, so Shelby has just responded. They oiled yesterday.
Okay.
So oiled Tuesday, and then they won't oil again for the rest of the weekend. Okay.
Yeah, they keep it pretty status quo too, right? So I think they normally oil on Tuesdays, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just for
He
the
should
sake
have
of
oiled on
knowledge.
Sunday.
Our top qualifier last year was Sly with a 2379.
Yeah, he's not coming. I don't have to go buy any apples or fruit.
So
2379. And you'll probably get another one this year that's close to that or somewhere
Always.
around that.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, question of the hour. Who's your pick
oh
to win it all?
gosh.
I know I'm pulling up the list here too.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm like, let's go look at what's currently entered. Why am I?
I'm
blind?
going to say Tim Wiseman.
Oh,
Wow.
all
I'll tell
right.
you guys my real answer later.
All right.
I'm gonna pick Greg. Greg has always perennially been top 4 or close to.
You pick Greg all the time, so eventually one of these days he's going to make you happy.
Yeah. He's tough
You
at that,
do
but Greg, I think Greg's been in the top 4 like 4 or 5 times out here. So sooner or later he's going to come back. So
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be a cop out and pick Evan Lecoussier.
Oh, you think he can win 2 events in one season?
I mean, every Monday he is almost throwing 400.
Yeah, well, I mean, with that knowledge, I mean, that does make it a little bit easier to pick him, right?
People.
I threw an a low 1100 and I got 0. So-
These guys have like the inside scoop of what's going on. I'm looking at the list of names right now. I'm gonna go. Who are you picking, Tim?
Cindy.
Yes.
She picked
I
you.
already said Greg.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, you
said
did say
Greg.
Greg.
Am I the only one that has to still pick?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
you're-
like Katie. If
you
you're
are-
on this podcast, you had to be a little bit faster. Usually,
know.
I mean, I should pick. I just did my sympathy pick, but I should probably pick.
you should, okay. Who is your pick then?
I don't know.
Your
You
actual
know
pick, eh?
who's played well is Justin. Maybe Justin Langrock.
He's made it pretty far too.
Yeah, he was what runner up.
What, 2 years ago?
You know what? I'm gonna say OC.
Good pick. OC does well here.
He loves the center. He always bowls well here. A little redemption from the Manitoba.
I am gonna pick Michaela Sanderson, coming off a national gold medal this week.
Coming
Had
off
a
a
really
high.
great season.
Yeah.
That's who I'm going with.
Anchor of the Roses. Anchor
of the Roses
Yes.
has played great all season.
Yeah. I will
Youth
say,
Challenge gold medal, YBC National gold medal. She averaged 280 at Nationals this week.
Your Diamond Ladies Classic doubles partner.
Diamond Ladies Classic doubles partner. She's
runner up
fabulous.
running up Diamond Classic. I will say, yeah, she's played absolutely phenomenal. So she would be a fair pick. Absolutely.
She also
she's had
qualified
it-
third last year.
Yeah, and she's had a few like good runs. So I think, as long as she just doesn't get up against someone giving her some trouble, she has the mindset to be able to go all the way. So that's my pick. That would be the second lady to win that event. Jen Baker won.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for
That's
Heritage for the ladies.
Well, what about
So-
why didn't you pick Marcello?
Because I already picked him to win the doubles, and I just don't think he can maintain that for an entire weekend.
Well,
He'd probably tell you the same thing.
oh, you never heard of him. On a side note, it was really awesome seeing Stacy and Barker in the same room, and every time she walked by, I was like, "Go Mayhem, go Mayhem," and it's all been settled. It's all been
Just
good.
stirring the pot all the time.
Why? Why would we
Okay,
expect
I need
any-
to meet this guy. Oh wait, I can't because he's going on a golf trip and not coming to nationals.
Richie Bacardi?
Yeah.
Bakari. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've met him.
Hmm?
You've seen him or met him. Yeah, Richie. Yeah, you can't miss him. He's the greatest guy out I ever know.
No brownie points.
He's all right.
He's the only guy I know from northern Manitoba.
Yeah. You know what?
That immediately makes him the coolest guy I've ever known.
Well, he made up a shirt, and
Yeah.
the cool part was he made up a shirt and he got everybody to sign it for the contingent. So that was
Well, that
there we go.
All right.
And then they presented it to me at the banquet, and I wore it the rest of the night. And now it's in my bowling special box that has like all my national medals and like special things from bowling. I'll never throw it out.
We were
Oh,
talking
they-
about Manitoba. We did the coaches clinic on the weekend, and they have all those like videos from the 1970s that you watch.
Yeah.
So it'll
Jeff
say
Ward.
so and so's name, and then in brackets it'll say where they're from, right? So it has so and so bracket MAN Manitoba, and Mitch
God.
here
Go on.
goes, "Oh, it's Doug Dutta, and he's a man." And Stacy and I are like, "Or he's from Manitoba." I was like, "Oh my god!" Mitch,
Look,
you're so
the other
crazy."
ones were acronyms. Like Newfoundland was NFLD, and then that one said
Well,
man.
Manitoba's just one word. It doesn't need an acronym.
Stacy literally couldn't
It's,
look straight for 5 minutes after that.
You're definitely not endearing anybody there, but it just that's yeah. You're
I mean, have you heard me on
pretty Mitch, pretty Mitch, pretty
Yeah,
Mitch.
Stacy
Yes.
just because they were sitting in front of us, and she just turns around and she's like, "Or Manitoba."
While we're at it,
Always red.
Jeff Watts, obviously, you're not missing much of Richie. I want to congratulate him. He is now the Northern Ontario Master Treasurer
Oh.
out there. So Jeff Watts is now your treasurer of Northern Ontario. I was going to say Manitoba, but Northern Ontario.
Thanks,
Nice.
Dex. I'm sure I'll hear about it starting this weekend. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
You can't outrun those things. They just stick with you forever now.
Like Jeremy's last name.
Yeah. Jeremy Harishmuck.
Who said that?
Who said Jeremy Harishmuck?
Yeah.
There was the bowling banquet when he was in YBC that Michelle Hoyle was at, and a bunch of other people when he won gold medal. I think it was in Gatineau. And the announcer called him up for his gold medal and called him Jerry Harishmuck. And within probably 30 seconds of that happening, I probably had 8 different text messages being like, oh my God, because I wasn't there. And to this day, Michelle Hoyle will still call him Jerry Harishmuck.
Oh my goodness.
It's close. Harasimchuk and Harishmuck, like I get it.
I always laugh at how many people don't know how to say it, but I went to school with a guy with the same last name, so
Yeah. It
Yeah.
really is just how it's spelled. Like Hara is Hera, Sym is Sim, Chuk is Chuck. But just when you have that many letters, people panic and just comes out as Harishmuck.
I even
So-
practiced it before the show, and then when we're going through the rosters on the teams, I was like, I just did not say it right.
And we have Jeremy.
Yeah,
Well.
that guy who sometimes bowls well, Jeremy.
And then I warned Manton not to do the same thing. I was like, "This is how you pronounce his last name," and then she did it. She mispronounced.
And where is he this week? Is he working?
He is working, yeah. So they are in the middle of a shutdown, and so he's been working obscene amount of hours, and just isn't going to be able to get there. So
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, and Derek Gall's not there either. So,
Well, Derek's in Australia. Like, what are you talking about?
Thank you for stating the obvious, though.
Ugh.
You know, the Queen of England's not going to be there either, Tim.
Yeah,
Or the Pope.
Jeez. Yeah.
or the Poachies.
These dudes think
That one was fresh.
Wow.
On that note,
Yeah.
I have to go put my pick'em pool in, and I'm sure other people also probably have to put their pick'ems in.
Get them in. You have until 10:59 a.m.
Richie, put your $20 in, Richie. Put your
Yeah.
$20 in, Richie.
You can pick me. I'm in the pool.
Yep. And you can play more than once. So you don't have to be a bowler. You don't have to be at the building. You can be at home in your jammies and you can put it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody
Hey,
can play.
I got before we drop because I have stats on how many people have picked who. Okay.
Okay,
Who do we think is the top picked person?
Tyler.
I can't answer because I know.
Tim?
Either Greg or Tyler.
It is definitely Tyler. He's been picked.
In every pool that's been submitted.
Almost all of them.
Almost all.
Someone didn't.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go find out. Let's we're gonna like expose them right here and now, okay? Who didn't? There's 4
That
people
is
who
a-
didn't.
That's a power move because if Tyler doesn't place well, then that means that they have an advantage because they have someone else in their pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ray didn't pick him, but she entered twice. By the way, you can enter as many times as you want. She entered twice and she picked him in one of them and not the other. So like, you know.
Okay.
Fair. Splitting it up.
She's
playing
trying to
on.
hedge your bets. She's trying to hedge your
Yeah.
bets.
Crystal didn't pick Tyler in one of them, but she did in the other one. So you know,
Mhm.
she's
Now,
got him there.
in fairness, these are 2 people that don't know all the bowlers either.
Right. They're just picking.
They're just
Actually,
Pick
Now
them
that
and pick them.
legitimately, now that I'm looking at it, everybody who didn't pick them put in twice and picked him in at least one of the other ones. So technically,
that
if you
wasn't
look at
fun
you,
anymore.
yeah, basically everybody's picked them.
Fair. What were your other stats you were going to share?
Yeah,
Who's second?
Greg DeGrazia is second.
Makes sense.
Basically tied with Brad, Adam, Evan Lecoussier, Dexter's 3 below. Greg Parker Anderson's got 20 of them. Yeah, those are your basically your top.
You're like 3rd, 4th, 5th, or like they're so very close.
Yeah.
There's like within 3 picks between all those people I just named.
Hmm.
Tyler has 11 more picks than Greg. So
Here's
I
my
would
pitch, guys.
very
You put me in your pick'em pool, I will personally guarantee you to play as good as I can and potentially win you some money because there's not a lot of people who are going to pick Katie Rayner. But when I win,
Remember me.
cashing out. Here we go.
there's been 3 people to pick Katie Rayner.
Oh, yeah. I didn't guarantee anything to those guys, so Tim didn't even make the cut.
That's it.
You know what? Sorry, guys. I'm a disappointment. I didn't get top 8 in Diamond Classic.
No, he didn't get.
I didn't play very well. I didn't play very well.
No. Didn't make any of the other
I wanted
qualifications
other
either.
people to have a chance, like Katie Rayner. There you go.
Yeah. About half the picks, just for anybody who joined late, because we talked about it earlier, half the picks were historical or currently like winners slash, at the top. And then the bottom 25 were literally just the entries randomized.
Oh, here's a great question just before we sign off for the evening. Do you have to pick the placement or just pick top 10 or 20 players?
You
Just
just pick 10 out of the 50, my darling.
Yep. Pick 10, and the better they do, the more points you get.
That's my Diamond Classic League.
Hey, OC, they got the broom video loaded on here. I've never been on the podcast. I could just start it right now.
Oh. Okay, but does it not look like it hits his face?
Yeah, we
I
might
don't
need
know.
another
Play
view
it
of it.
again. It definitely looks like it cracks him on the head.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's like, oh, my wrist.
It hit him twice. Like, it's a very abusive broom. What do you want from it?
Yeah, I might sell some shirts.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have shirts.
Yes, we
There's
do.
merch. There's merch.
Surprise.
Yes.
I think
So
it's supposed to be a surprise. I don't know.
we usually have something, so it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be a variety of shirts to purchase, so don't be afraid to pick one of those up. They may have applicable phrases like that are more applicable depending on how well you do or not. So, yeah. There'll definitely be one for Tim. So
He is my number one pick.
it's not my fault you chose him.
Yeah.
So in a 5XL,
Only
no.
3 people. Yes, only 3. You could be number 4 though, Mike.
Yeah. Which Mike is this? Is this Fitz?
I don't know.
Because he was one of the one to pick Katie, so I was like, maybe that's him.
We'll see. We'll see how bowling goes.
Well,
Yeah.
that could be fine because Katie should pick herself.
You have to pick yourself.
We don't have to, but
No, if you don't pick yourself, you shouldn't be playing.
Okay, I got you, Mike. I see it. Yeah.
So, Mike, when I win, that's great for you and 2 other people.
Slide a 20 under the table, yeah.
Hey, he's our number 1 Crusher fan.
That's right.
Yeah, you leave him
what is
alone.
your confidence level, Katie? Do you think I might maybe go put another entry in?
I'm in it to win it.
Okay,
I
I'll
love
do it
Heritage.
on stream.
One of my 50% of my Masters stars have come from Heritage Lanes.
Okay, Katie,
So there's that.
Is it going to be open Wednesday, Katie, or open Team Katie?
Oh, Team Katie for sure. Singles Katie is like dead and buried. Team Katie, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Heritage is probably the cut I've made the most.
Yeah.
Insider information for everybody. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I'm only playing Saturday though because I have to work on Friday. So, but yeah, it'll be good.
Well, Saturday's gonna be fun.
Saturday is gonna
It's
be
weird. You have a tough spot on Saturday because Saturday is usually for the boys.
Yeah, but like,
It's already against. It's already running against you though.
Why is
have
Saturday
you met
Saturday's
me?
for the boys because the girls have already qualified.
No, that's what Kemp
Yeah.
tells me all the time. Kemp tells me all the time. Saturdays for the boys. Kemp. That's
Kemp
Kemp.
does?
Yes.
Yeah, Kemp does say that Saturdays are for the boys.
But he doesn't even come to any of these events.
He's got a new
just talks about the
baby.
Open. No, even before.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or does he do TPC?
It depends on his time off work.
Yeah,
It
because his work schedule is very erratic as well. So
Fair.
I'm
Put it
probably gonna have a kid next year. That's gonna be like 9
You
months old.
probably
and
know
I'm
you
probably
are having a kid. Your
Okay,
wife
yeah.
is pregnant.
yeah. Sorry, I meant like
we're not probably anymore.
gonna be at the tournament running it with a 9-month-old. I'm just saying.
I'm an excellent babysitter.
She'll be 9.
People trust me with their
be
children
nine
all day
years.
long.
She'll be 9 next year.
Wait, I'm trying to convince my Shelby to show up on Saturday night.
Well, yeah,
Mitch,
everybody needs to meet the person who makes the most amazing cookies.
Shel-
Agreed.
Shelby, yeah, like if we had to trade one person in and keep the other, I would definitely trade in Mitch and then keep Shelby. Like,
Actually,
there's-
I heard that at the Open when Mitch was no longer doing the manager role and Shelby was, that everybody liked that way better.
yeah,
We did.
and actually, I heard. Well,
in all
wait, what?
reality, she was already doing it from the get-go.
I just
Fair.
went and got stuff from the car when we needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like watched her though. I was sitting on a buy and I'm like, this poor woman has not sat down or stopped moving.
She loves
And
it.
she just like was go, 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 like real MVP there.
I tell you what, she's fantastic, and
Yeah.
That's
And then
Mitch,
for baked
board.
cookies is like also that.
Hey, Mitch, let's bring her on the board.
She's gonna have a new baby right away. She doesn't want to be on a board.
No, she doesn't. No,
Bring the baby on the board too.
she doesn't even really like bowling. She just likes the people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no,
But-
she's yeah.
we
No,
baked
it's not
more
bad.
cookies. I doubt Chris is listening, Chris Bradford. But if he is, M&M cookies have been made. They're ready for you.
Those are my
So-
favorite ones.
Yeah, we have M&M. We've got birthday cake again. That was a big hit. We did chewy oatmeal raisin cookies. Yeah. And then we've got the score ones, which are kind of the
Oh, what about the white chocolate macadamia nuts?
no, not this time. Look, man, we made okay. Last year we bought 3 containers. We're bringing 5 this time.
Is Shelby listening to us right now?
She messaged me on Facebook. I don't know.
I guarantee she'll be like, "Okay, Mitch, I can't go to bed yet. I have to make white chocolate macadamia nuts." If
No.
she does do that, tell her no.
No, she would. Okay, last year when we ran out, because we ran out during the 5th shift, she was like, "I need to go home and bake more," and I was like,
No,
"It'll
you
be
don't.
fine." And
No.
then Brad Wilton blamed me for him getting eliminated because he didn't have any cookies. Because the first cookie he ate, he threw the 400.
he did, yeah.
And then on the actual like tournament day, the championship day, he didn't have it. He's like, "Where are the cookies?" I'm like, "We ran out." And he's like, "I'm gonna lose," and he lost.
Magic cookies.
Now, does Sean Dino get his own private container again?
He
Or
does
is he-
not.
Oh,
Oh, he didn't request one. So Sean, if you're listening, this is on you, not me.
yeah. Requests. We are not taking any requests. Everything is closed except
Yeah.
for cookie school.
We made a
Pick
lot
and pool
more.
is the only thing still
Yeah.
open.
Pick and pool is open, but yeah, cookie demands, that's done.
Darcy, we're gonna
guys.
miss you too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
for
I don't
sure.
know that I've ever done it where Darcy wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kiddos will be there, but not Darce. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yes,
lit
they
it.
are on the jackpot sliders.
Yeah.
Well, for everybody, the action starts tomorrow. Qualifying shift tomorrow morning. That doubles starts tomorrow evening. And if you're not able to come down and watch in person or participate, make sure you're following along on the Facebook page, on the website. All of those will be up to date throughout the weekend. And we'll have
We
to
are
see who's
taking
right.
cash and debit for your entries.
Yeah.
Credit card can be for your tabs if you want later. Please show up 15 minutes before your shift because we kind of enter it in as we go. So that way there's not a hold up. And yeah,
Bring
Think
money
you're
for
gonna
side
be ready.
pods.
Amazing.
bring cash for sock bots. We do have an ATM on site, but it usually empties pretty fast. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And
if
how-
not, the casino's across the street.
How long for practice? Like if a shift starts at 11, you can start practicing what,
It's
15
usually
minutes?
at like 10:30 usually.
10:30? Yeah. So if you want to get some practice in, feel it out, get there a little early.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys, and sharing all of the inside information about what's going on with the event this weekend. And
Yes,
for all
thanks
the work you
having us.
guys have put into organizing it and getting it ready to go to this point. I'm sure it'll be so smooth. You guys have it down to a science over there. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to heading down and seeing everybody.
Yes, that's my favorite part. So
Seeing people.
yeah, I get to see
Yeah.
everybody. I don't really do anything else, but yeah, beyond this. So this and 5PL, and that's not the same.
No, it's a little bit different. Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels a little different. Yeah.
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 So
Well, Timmy,
I think we're.
anything
I think we're.
else?
I think we're good to
No,
go.
I gotta go buy some yogurt.
Yeah. I gotta
I
go put my
want to
pick 'em
thank
in.
them for coming on. Obviously, thank Shelby for hosting us, and we look forward to having you guys here.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all later.
Let's just get rid of
Thank
Tim.
you.
Oh, so much better. All right.
He's still trying to figure out how to end it. We'll see if he can figure it out.
What a loser.